Howdy folks. Today I wanted to show you my 1995 Pathfinder SE V6. Yes, the hardbody with the Lego wheels. I picked this truck up about a month ago here in Tennessee. It's a 2-owner truck before me. It has 98,000 miles. 98,000 original miles. The first owner kept it until 2012. Second owner bought it with about 70-something thousand odd miles. And it is a sweet old truck. Now, I mean, it's not perfect. It's got a couple of little dings and dents, small here and there. The hood is just starting to lose its paint in the middle there, starting to fade a little. But overall, oh, and there's some dents kind of right here in the hood. But overall, it is a super clean and super sweet truck. Oh, and it's got the weather stripping where it's deteriorating right here. You can see that. It's starting to show some exposed metal. Just a little surface rust. I took some sandpaper and sanded some of that down, and I need to touch it up. But look at this interior. I mean, clean. There's a little split right there. A little tear right here. But overall, look at the driver's seat, how clean it is, and carpets. I've got the original floor mats in there in my shop. Dash, no cracks. It's a garage kept truck. It's got a nice Pioneer aftermarket head unit with Bluetooth and auxiliary and all that good stuff, and some upgraded speakers. Got a good sounding stereo. But yeah, got the factory sunroof. This is the only bad thing going on in the interior. This vinyl piece going across through here, as you can see, is deteriorating, coming apart. Not real sure what that was even there for. That's just a weird place to run vinyl, I think, but that does need to be redone. But other than that, that's about it. Interior is really flawless. I mean, look at these rear seats. Look at that armrest. I don't know if this thing's ever seen much use back here. I mean, these original floor mats look great. Cargo hold looks pretty good still. You know, a few scuffs and scratches on the plastics. But overall pretty good. Cut the little tweeters, and there's your speakers up top. But it's a neat old truck. Let's start this baby up. Jen Harris. Ooh, let's turn that. Got cold air too. $98,605. Pop the hood. Let's see if we can take a gander. Take a gander at a peek. Nixon Rhodian, come on. Nice, smooth. Timing belt was changed at 81,000. It's even got a nice K&N high flow air filter in there. I mean, can you believe this thing? It runs so smooth, man. That's a heavy ass hood. Heavy assed. Let's take a little ride. shall we? Alright. Put my seating belt on. Let's turn on a little AC. It's got the overdrive button here. 4-speed automatic. Shifts buttery smooth. Now, the one thing about this truck, it is very, very rugged. So the ride on it is pretty bouncy, pretty rough. But when you get it out on the freeway and you're hitting the interstate, it smooths out pretty good. As long as the interstate stays pretty smooth, you know, it rides pretty smooth. Now, the V6 engine only has 140 horsepower. So, I'm not sure what the torque rating is. But, you know, that's not very much. So, it's kind of slow. But as you can see, I'm only quarter throttle on a flat surface. And I'm accelerating just fine. But as you can tell, as I'm going over this road, you can hear little squeeble squabbles and squeaks. Pretty bouncy, pretty bouncy. But this thing is made, seriously, this thing is made for pure off-road pleasure. And it's so cool that, you know, it's, what, how old is this thing? It's a 95, it's, shit, 22 years old? So, I mean, to be in this good of original condition, it's just cool to look at. Again, I've about 1/3 throttle right here. And it gets up and goes just fine for around town use. The only time I really notice it lacking power is just at freeway speeds. I mean, I can run 80 on the interstate, but you kind of got to keep your foot in it. And it downshifts to third a lot. It won't stay in overdrive unless the surface is, you know, unless the interstate is just really flat. If you encounter a hill, it scrubs off speed very fast. And there's your view from the rear view mirror, which I think is pretty cool. Get to see the tire rack out the back. Hey, Cadillac. Oh, it's a Mary Kay Cadillac. Again, just third throttle. The engine runs very good. It's very healthy. It doesn't leak anything. This thing does not leak a drop of any kind of fluid. It sits in my warehouse at work for weeks at a time, sometimes not even, you know, being started or moved. And yeah, it doesn't leak a drop. Doesn't use any oil. It doesn't smoke out the tailpipe. Oh God, that's a rough spot. Ugh. Doesn't smoke out the tailpipe. You know, it's not burning any oil. It's just a good tight motor. And the transmission's good too. I mean, it has never hiccuped or slipped or banged into a gear. I mean, it just shifts just perfectly. Turn the overdrive off. The little overdrive light comes on there. Oh, and it has, of course, a power mode. Let's try power. Let's extract all this power. I'm just amazed this upholstery, this cloth, is just in such good condition for the age of the vehicle. I mean, it's just super impressive. Temperature, I mean, it runs very cool. I mean, it's already in the 80s here in Chattanooga. You have to drive it a half hour or so before that temperature gauge moves up, you know, to, it'll go about a third of the way up. Okay, power mode. Boy, it really stretches out the shifts in power mode. Good grief. I don't think I'd ever... Well, temperature gauge moved up good when you're using a little bit when you're using power mode. It jumped up a whole centimeter. Now this truck, all the electrics work, power locks, power windows, you know, all the options work, including the remote. It has a remote keyless entry, and it actually makes a little honk and a beep when you lock and unlock. It's pretty cool, and it's the original Nissan key fob. I mean, it barely reads Pathfinder on it, but it still works. There's two things I have discovered that do not work on this truck. The power antenna, the motor works because I can hear it when I cut the truck off, but I guess the mast is just broken. And the cruise control, I can't get the cruise control to engage. I put a new brake switch pedal. I put new little plastic pegs down there. Those stupid rubber pegs on the back of the brake pedal, sorry, that cancel your cruise control for you. Those little rubber pegs were $19 a piece. I about had a stroke, but I did buy them from the Nissan dealer, so what do you expect? That wasn't the smartest move, I don't think. But as you can see here, this thing cruises right along. See how it has to downshift? Okay, I'm running 75. That's safe enough. It's 55 through here, so I better take her easy, Kimmo. Now remember, I've got it in power mode, so it's pretty eager to downshift right now. My phone is in my rear pocket on vibrate, and I feel it vibrating like crazy. I forgot to tell my secretary I was leaving, and I know she's probably looking for me. Where'd you go? She's always wondering where I'll go. Okay, we're going for it. Man, it really winds out. And I'm not giving it the beans here, folks. I'm just giving it half throttle. So switching it to power mode wakes it up a little bit. I love this truck. I just really wish it was a 5-speed manual. I think that would be more appropriate for this type of vehicle, for off-roading, and of course it would make the most of the, you know, what limited power it does have. The automatic, of course, just sucks up all that power, but jeez, people, come on, 55. Let's adhere by it. Let's adhere by 55. Okay, temperature gauge. That's about as far as it goes. So the truck runs very, very cool. Very cool. I think it'd be kind of cool to load my kayaks up on the top rack. I haven't done anything yet, but I'd like to load it up, pack up the wife, throw a tent in the back, and go cross country somewhere and just, you know, not be in any hurry and just go for a road trip, man. Do some camping. This seems like the kind of vehicle would be great for that, dude. Excuse me. Got cough due to cold. But yeah, it's got a very nice smooth idle. No vibration in the steering wheel. It's just a well-kept truck. The Carfax on it looked very good on it too. It actually showed a good bit of service history. It had been serviced at the Nissan dealership, mainly in Atlanta, where the first owner. But after 2012, and it was sold up here to Tennessee, the service records, the Carfax stopped showing service history. People are, some of the dealers and oil change places up here don't report to Carfax. I mean, I just think that's so strange. But yeah, but I did get some receipts for a new starter that was put on last year. I think that's about it. New starter. Of course, I've put some new parts on the cruise control. Still hadn't got it working yet, but I want to get that going. And I do want to get the antenna to where it'll work, or I don't know. What do y'all think? Did they make cool aftermarket little rubber floppy things that are worth a crap? And I could just take that whole thing out instead of trying to make it power again. Another thing, I've never even opened the sunroof. I guess it comes out, but I've never even touched it. Hadn't fooled with it. Actually, I've never even pressed this button right here. Oh, there we go. Got some map lights. But yeah, it's got this cool little shade. I guess you unscrew these little knobs right here. Little knobs. I guess you unscrew those. Take the shade down and then pop the sunroof there. Hell, it's been too hot. I'll save that for November when it finally gets, 60 degrees here in Tennessee. Take it out on Christmas Day when it's, a balmy 70 degrees. But anyway, I just wanted to just take y'all for a short little tour of the 1995 Pathfinder SE V6 4-wheel drive. I gave $3,500 for this truck, which I didn't think was too bad. I mean, book value on this truck only showed about $2,000 or something, but you can't find one in this condition. I mean, with this low a mileage, so I thought $3,500 was very fair. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you like it, hit like. I'm trying to get a YouTube channel going. I know most of my videos suck, but I am trying to see if I can do a little bit with it. I'm not wanting to be a super channel, but hey, I want to see how this whole revenue thing works. I'm supposed to know this week if they're going to approve me. I already have 250,000 views, so all you got to have is over 10,000 to get signed up. So anyway, yeah, if y'all like it, hit like, subscribe, comment. I read comments, man. As soon as comments pop up, I always read them, and usually always reply. So anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a great day and take care out there. Peace.